Okay, back again with real money trades for my masterclass over at simpleswitch.teachable.com. If you go over there and take my masterclass, it will get you up to speed on what I'm doing with this real money trading series, growing a small account in the futures market and with swing trading. And I chose the futures market to go with this because I don't have to worry about the PDT rule and I can day trade. In my masterclass, I take you from day one, I want to be a trader, then selecting a broker, opening an account, then teaching you how I build winning strategies that fit you. I call it the PLG, personality, lifestyle, and goals. But not just that, strategies that have a proven statistical probability of success. Once we build our strategies, then we build a trade plan to go with those strategies. Two completely different things, traders. You need a good strategy and a good trade plan to be successful. Then I sim trade those strategies, and now we're into the real money trading portion of building a winning strategy. That is what this series is about. I plan on trading these accounts until the end of 2023, and we'll see how far we can grow them in 1 year's time. Now, I don't know if these strategies are going to be successful. We're going to find this out together, and if they're not, hopefully I can tweak them along the way to make them successful. I started my futures account with $1,700 because that was the bare minimum I felt like I could start with. And then I started my swing trading account with $2,000. Again, I felt that was the bare minimum I can start with. In my masterclass, I explain all these details on why I make the decisions, what you're seeing on the screens, the charts that you're seeing, all the tools, all that stuff. This class can benefit beginner traders and pro traders alike. I do trade with my algorithm, but you don't need that in order to benefit from my masterclass. You can trade with whatever tool it is for you. If you're thinking about taking somebody else's class, my masterclass can help you choose what other strategy might be right for you. This way, if you're going to spend a lot of money to buy somebody else's strategy, it would really be good if that strategy would fit you. And I teach you all about that in my masterclass, so go check it out. But for now, let's get into today's video. Okay, so here we are in the futures market. You saw the trades already play out. Unfortunately, between trying to pack up for a trip tomorrow and put the little one to bed and all that stuff, I wasn't able to talk about it. But I did want to at least record it so that we could talk about it now. So right now we are in the MES. This is the contract that you see up here in the top left. As I've alluded to before, I chart on the MES or the ES, but when you actually purchase it, you're purchasing a contract, which is a different ticker, but it automatically does all that for you. I don't have to put in that contract or worry about what it is. It does everything for me on Thinkorswim. So anyway, so we're in here short on the red light, green light strategy. And as I said before, or at least over at the school, red light, green light, we have changed the rules on this one a bit with MES. So right now I'm going to go to bed. So I'm going to go ahead and move my target up to here. And then I'm going to get rid of this alert. And then I'm going to look to, that's it, exit right there, and I'll be happy. I'm going to leave my stop a little up here. So, yes, I'm way lopsided right now. Risk-reward rise, it's way, way lopsided. But, I'm looking to make 25, 30 bucks, and then I'm risking around, 50 to 75. So, not nearly as much as, we've been making on our trades. We've been averaging around $100 per trade. So even if I take a full loss with this extra risk, I can still recover that in one trade. So not too bad. And then we had that winner on MGC that you saw play out. So that worked out good. That gave me a little buffer to help pay for the loser here as well. So ain't going to hurt too bad if this is a loser. I do want to have my stop above this support or resistance area. If it does retest here, I want to be able to have my stop there for it to come back down. But I think we have a draw right here. Come back and retest this little area right in here, and we're right here now. So I think we have a draw to at least come down and bottom this out again, and then move back up. We got a bigger M pattern looking like it's showing up, right? So I'm looking for that to hit again and either break down. Maybe tomorrow could be a big sell-off, or will it just hit there and then rally higher? So we'll see. We do have a high, a low, a lower high, and then I think we're looking for hopefully a lower low, and I'm at my target. But even if it just comes down here, could have a higher low, and it can be off to the races. But so we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. So I'm just gonna let this play out. I'm gonna stop recording, and then in the morning before I head out, I will see how we did. Show you the conclusion. Show you the My Strategy Manager, and see how this account is growing. So awesome. All right, let's go look at MGC real quick, just so you can see what we did over there. Okay, so MGC, we came down, got our target, got in late on the trade because, there's this, I didn't take this first piece here. Let me put this on real quick. So sometimes, MGC is what I traded. Sometimes when you get your chart and you don't see it, it just shows it didn't trade here. My trades aren't showing up, even though I've told the chart to show the trades. You have to come over, positions, MES, no. MG, okay, right here. So here's the contract right here. So if I'm in a position, it'll be in positions, but recent MGC, and then here's the contract. So now we can see the trade. I don't know why it's still showing up over here, or not showing up over here. Well, I recorded it. You saw it. And here is the chart markup with that trade. Not my markup, but Thinkorswim's telling me where I got in and got out. So I'm going to go ahead and put this, let's mark it up though so we can see it. Interesting. Oh, okay. I'm like, there's no permission for a short trade. Why? I don't understand. Okay, so this was the trade right here to the long side. Didn't make it. Speed bumping, right? So right here I speed bumped it, and then we broke down. It would have been awesome to stay and go for a bigger ride on it. But I want to go back to the MGC regular, so because I already have that marked up. All right, cool. And now it's showing the trade. All right, so I don't know what's going on here. So anyway, so right here we had market structure. We had trend lines right there that are converging right there. So I didn't get in on the speed bump, right? I didn't, I obviously didn't take this trade. I would have had I been on the computer and saw it. But right here, so I didn't take that, and then I see that it broke down and already hit this target, and I was like, I don't know, it could get rejected off this level, and it did. It got rejected right off that level because this is market structure. So I waited, and then we had this, candle right here, red and then green. And then once it broke market structure right here, it showed it clearly to me, right? Rejection, sold off, and then very next candle rejected way back up. So we got 3 connections right here. We got this one right here as well. Like we're right in the zone. This one, I mean, all these right here. So it's showing me where this area is. So I put my target in to get in. I just went over here and clicked sell, where it was just below here. So we're able to jump in. Let's see what number, what do we get in? 19154. 191. So you can see where I got it. 19154. So right here is where I put my order to get in. So I broke that, got in this trade, came down, hit the target, and then got out. I did wait. It did come all the way down here, and then I put my stop in to trail it, hoping that we would see another candle open up and we get one more slide and really squeeze some more out. But didn't happen. All good. Got my target, and you saw all that play out. So there we go. So MGC, another winner in the books for MGC. I only bought 1 contract when I could have bought 2 because I saw the MES setting up. Let's go find out what's happening there now. I saw the MES setting up for the trade. So, and you can see I put it on my chart now. So if I would have bought 2 contracts with MGC, I would not have been able to buy MES because I don't have the buying power yet. As the account grows, we're almost there. We'll be able to do that, but I don't. So that's why I only got 1 contract MGC. Now I got my contract of MES, and I'm going to let it play out, and I'll bring the conclusion to you. All right, see you in the morning. All right, so I got the alert that I speed bumped the trade. So we ended up getting stopped out and speed bumping the trade, and then my target for speed bump would have been right here with the hopes of squeezing more out, but which, is close to where the stop was. So we would have only gotten a little bit more out of it, like we would have covered a tiny bit. And then we got this big rejection. So we're just going to wait, go for the ride, and we'll see what happens. It happened fast in this candle. So yeah, so we're in. So I'm going to go and put that OCO order in. Okay, so we're back. We're in. We have our speed bump in play right now. We have our stop in our target, our limit, and our stop in. And on my alert right here. So next time it gets back to this level, I can move up my stop. So this is some pretty craziness that's happening in this candle right here. It went up, then it went way down, and now it's going back up again. It's crazy. All right, we'll see what happens. Okay, so we ended up speed bumping the trade. So we speed bumped it, and now we're into the long side. We hit the first target already. I mean, everything happened so fast, and it went way back down, and now we're on our way back up. But we have our OCO order in. I have my stop in, my limit order way up there, way above, and then my 2 alerts. So I'm going to wait for this thing to move, and then I'm going to move my stop up and trail it and see if we can squeeze more out. But I want to get a minimum target of right here to recover a little bit of the loss. All right, so I am a little bit late to the party here. We definitely got through our thing. Wow, what a candle. So I need to move my stop up to that target. Come on, push back through. Kind of want to give it a chance to breathe and then boost again. But I don't want to be greedy at the same time. What time is it? When does this candle close? Let's see here. It's 10:05, so this candle's got another 25 minutes to work. Man, if it was close to closing, then I would definitely just probably hit the exit because it's going to make a wick. Like how, all these candles before they close, they pull back a little bit. Not all of them, but a lot of them. What to do here? Do I just take it off the table? Or do I let this thing rip a little bit? So we broke above here. So we're off to the races. Breaking out. Is it a fake breakout? Or is it actually going to be a breakout? All right, we'll give it a few seconds here. Let it get back above. I'll move my stop in. And then if it backs up, it backs up. The goal of the speed bump is not to recover all the losses per se, but to at least recover a good chunk of it. And it's definitely not to incur more losses, which I might do by hanging on. Looking at this over here to see the numbers. So far it looks pretty good. It's pretty even anyway. Some good support right in here. So I just put my entry basically where I got in the trade on the chart. So I can at least move my stop up to there in a second, but that's kind of in the middle of this candle. So we'll see what happens. I'll let this ride a little bit. So we broke out above there. Now we're coming back below it. Oh no. Okay, now we're getting back above. Back above that area and back above our target. Okay, so I'm going to move my stop back up now. All right, so now if it backs up and we end up out, then we end up out. We got our target. That's what matters, right? So trading the plan, getting the numbers. And basically, because I speed bumped it now, I cut that loss in half. So fantastic. We can grow the account a lot faster with speed bumps, very high success rate, and even potentially, potentially between. So there we go. Okay, so there we go. So we're out. So with speed bumps, we can grow the account a lot faster because we can recover a lot of our losses. So now we're only at $43 losing day instead of the 90 or whatever it was we were, and maybe not even. Let's go look and see what the My Strategy Manager actually says. Because remember, P&L day is just today, not necessarily what your account is. So we're going to put that in the My Strategy Manager, and we'll see what it ended up doing. Okay, so here we are in the My Strategy Manager. So we took profit after commissions of $36.25 on that trade. The first trade that we took was right here. We took a loss of $90 after commissions. So we still end up with a loss of about $50 overall. But the speed bump recovered a big chunk of that 90. So that's great. In the end, if it feels like I'm losing 1 to make 2, then it's going to be even that much better. And then MGC, we had that tiny little winner after commissions because I only had that one contract and I jumped in late because I was waiting for it to break structure. But either way, all adds up. So, between our 36 here and our 20 there, $56. So, we'll end up with a $40, red little session here. So that's going to do it. I'm going to head out of town. I'll be back in a couple days. So probably not going to trade for a couple days. And but let me go show you our last trade, which looks like we're going to close out VLO, or at least move our target up. So let's go look at that, and then we'll close out this video. Okay, so here we are with VLO. So VLO has triggered our alert. It is above our target. We're going to go ahead and move our stop up now to above our target, plus a couple extra dollars there. So if we can squeeze some more out and this thing can rip the rest of the day, fantastic. If it wants to come back down and then, we get stopped out for a profit, all good. So I'm actually going to move this a little bit. I'm going to give it a chance to decide it's going to go red on the day before we get out. So yes, I want to be greedy and not even put a stop in, but I have to. So, and then my target we had up here, which is a new high, basically hitting almost a new high. We're going to move that up. All right, there we go. Okay, so the VLO order is now in. We've locked in our profit, our minimum profit. We lift our target up here. So if we get a spike up there, then we'll bounce out, but we'll check it daily and see how it's doing. But yeah, maybe I can put an alert close to this target. So then I can move my stop up and I can move my limit order up and I can just keep trailing it. On any kind of big spike, then we'll be out. So create an alert. At or above. All right, cool. So we got our alert in. We're good. We locked in VLO. 159 is almost what's locked in. Well, a little bit less, probably 140. 140 bucks roughly probably locked in on that thing. So pretty sweet. Let's do a real quick check. So K, what are you doing, K? K wants to get stopped out. We're going to take a loser on K, I think. That'll be one of probably our first loser for the year. All good. WTI is looking great. So up $1,300 on WTI. Let's see if this thing can rock and roll. Looking for 10 grand. Come on, WTI. Let's do it. It's going red. Not so good. VLO might be going red here soon, too. We'll see. Come on, WTI. What are you at? 614 right now? 614. Pretty awesome. So over on my stock twits, somebody was telling me, don't do it, Eric. Wait until it gets to 480. Like, I'm not waiting until it gets to 480. Why would I do that? Because there's a little gap at 4, a tiny little gap. Maybe it fills, maybe it doesn't. I'm not waiting. So I started my position at like at 5 and change, but I averaged all the way down to 490 was my last ad. And that was it. That was pretty much the bottom. And then I think it went to 489, and then it ripped from there. So pretty sweet. Glad I got in. Hope that person started a position and didn't wait till 480 or they missed the ride. All right, CVE. CVE looking good. CVE. Come on, let's do it. Consolidation waiting to break out. VLO we just checked out. XLF we closed this trade already and we're out of XLF. Let's go back to WTI for a second. So WTI, if it can close above here today, we're going to trigger an algo trade. And then we'll go ahead and add this to the log. Not this full position. We'll add the proper position sizing to the log because we'll trigger an algo trade on WTI. So even better. Things are looking better, WTI. All right, so there we go. So I wasn't able to show you the entry into this trade because I was doing dinner time and stuff like that with the family. But I poked my head in here. This trade set up. I got in just a tad bit late because, just a little bit late on the clock. Sorry, you got to be here on time or you're going to miss the move. So I got in a little bit late and all good. So we're in this trade, so we'll see what happens. It's pretty disappointing sell-off for the market, but kind of expected at the same time. So right now we're in the 4-hour candle. I'm going to back out of here and go to the weekly real quick. So right now this is the MES. We're in the MES on Sniper in the 4-hour candle in the futures market. So let's go to weekly. So you can see here the nice downtrend that we were in right now. And then, we had this little spike above this trend line, kind of a fake out breakout. And it looks like we may have done the same thing right here. So I broke above that trend line a little bit. Kind of. I mean, it depends on where you put it, right? You could put the trend line here. You could move it up to here now. Like, it's so subjective. But for the way I like to draw my trend lines, broke out a little bit above. Nothing exciting until we can start getting candles closing above that trend line. And then immediate sell-off. So are we looking to make a new low now? Are we coming all the way back down here for a new low? Possibly. But it's just it's a little weird with this sideways motion that we got in here. Kind of developing an M pattern here, but also kind of a inverse N pattern or head and shoulders here. A lot of different technical things starting to show up with this sideways motion. We could see, this is a sell-off because we have a bunch of people maybe getting out, thinking that it's, getting through the trend line, maybe some shorts piling and so forth. But if this breaks above this and starts to hold above it, we might see a little bit of a move upward or more sideways movement here. I'm not a long-term short right now in the MES. I have been shorting the MES and the S&P 500 as a swing. I covered those when we were down here. Down here. And then I'm waiting. So I was going to get back in around this area, but I just felt like I needed to wait the way it came into that area and just years of experience watching charts. So I'm waiting to look for another opportunity in the MES or the S&P 500 to get short for a while. But with that said, right now we are short on a short-term trade on the MES, which is basically S&P 500. Let's go back to the 4-hour candle. All right, so here we are. So we're short right now in this trade, and I feel good about it because we are getting that rejection off of that trend line. So we'll see. There's plenty of room to go with this rejection. I mean, there could be an epic amount of room to go. Squeeze more out could have an epic home run on this one if we get the opportunity. So we'll see what happens with it. I feel good about it because of that rejection, and plus the algo is telling me to get in, and we have such a high success rate. So it's pretty sweet. But anyway, there we go. The trade is in, and I'll bring the conclusion to you. All right, so we're back with the MES with the sniper on the 4-hour chart, our 4-hour candles. So right here, we went to bed, woke up to money. So that's always good when you wake up to money. So we're out of that trade. So you can see the trade. I put it on the chart right there. Entry, exit. So we're out of that trade. So all good. All right, so let me show you where we're at in the My Strategy Manager and get you an account update. Where are we? Okay, so right here we're looking at the futures part of the My Strategy Manager. So this is the trade that we were just in, MES right here. Highlight it right there. We got a 392275, so it picked up $91. So pretty awesome. Made $19.25 a share because we were late and because of a little bit of basically late and a little bit of structure going above the wick of that candle. We were risking 29 to make 19. I know it's crazy, but it works out. It works out. It's all about the numbers. A proven statistical probability of success. All right, so futures. Let's go to back to top over here. Click that little green button. So on this futures account, we started this back like in October. Well, actually, futures we didn't make our first trade till November. And we started with $1,700. Right now, this account is at $2,461. So pretty awesome. So we're doing pretty good here. So let's see. This year, I mean, we're only in January right now, and we're looking at $761 of that for January, sort of, because I carried over last year. So 518 minus 761 is where we're at right now for January because I carried that over. So that that was my way of being able to continue what we had started with this. This small account growth. So there we are with that one. So let's go look at our swing trading. So swing trading, we have, let's go back to the top. I added WTI to the swing trading because, as I told you in the previous video or earlier on, I was waiting for that green bar to take place. So WTI is now in the swing trades. I could show you that real quick. Okay, so here we are with WTI. So we had our green bar switch right here. So red to green, indicating long with full permission. So we're now in WTI. What I did though is I put my stop down here below structure. Let me zoom out. So I'm making a break this madness for my stop right now. And then our target is, our full target's up in this area here, 860. This gap fill basically is full target, but looking actually to make more, maybe $10 out of this. We'll see. But I will want to start trailing a stop once we get above 7.1 area, $7.10. So that's where I want to start to trail a stop in there and kind of pay attention to what's going on, because that can also be some resistance right here. 7.1 could be some significant resistance. We could see a rise up here and then fall back down and before going back up. So if we fall back down, I want to be out, let it fall back down, and I'll get in going back up. So right now, that's how we're going to trade WTI per the strategy and the plans that we had built over at simpleswitch.teachable.com. And that's how we're going to trade that one. All right, so now let's go look at the numbers over there in the My Strategy Manager for swing trading. So here we are for swing trading. Again, started this account with $2,000. We're at $3,725. This one, we took our first trade in October. So far, we're making more money swing trading than we are in the futures market. But the futures market is going to start to grow faster here shortly, and then it'll overtake what we're doing here. So, yeah, so pretty good. $1,700 over here. You can see in this bar here. $1,700 is what we've grown this account so far. January looks so big because of the carryover from last year. So that's why it looks like that. But because we carried over $1,442. So that's why January looks like $1,700. But yeah, so far off to a good start this year. We should probably pull up a loser here shortly. K looks like it's going to be a loser, but I'll show you that when that trade closes out. And then we'll show you the rest of the trades. But that's where we're at right now with the small account that we're building between the futures market and swing trading. All right, see you on the next video.